made it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
The recently acquired Lyle Casilla will be getting the call. He's a prospect we acquired in a trade from the last episode from the Cleveland Indians. He's not regarded as a top prospect, but he hits right-handed pitchers, I should say, extremely well, which means we're going to release G-Man Choi. He's pretty much going to take Choi's role. Choi had really underperformed since acquiring him in the Rule 5 draft, so we'll pass him through waivers. If he goes through there, he will return to his old team, the Seattle Mariners. So basically, Casilla takes Choi's spot. He's platooning with Steven Proccia right now at first base, and we're going to be going up against the Colorado Rockies in this episode of the Miami Marlins franchise, episode 51 here. Your pitching matchup is going to be Carlos Martinez versus Matt Moore, I do believe, will be on the bump. So this should be a very good pitching matchup. The Marlins are 47-33 entering play. They have won 14 of their last 17 games. They entered play at one point 33-30 and then won 8 games in a row before finally losing. They've won 14 out of 17 now and have propelled themselves into first place in the NL East and are really, I think they might even be top of the NL at this point. I'm not too sure. The Diamondbacks might still be ahead, but you can see the numbers here for your two starting pitchers. Martinez, not the really top prospect that he once was. He's regressed a little bit, but he's still in the upper 80s for overall. He's just not kind of the dominant ace type that he was projected to be in this game. And as for Matt Moore, he has definitely not lived up to his contract just yet, but he has had a very good season, and the team's been doing well. The rest of the pitching staff's made up for it, so can't really say that he's had a bad year. You can't really say that he's not been worth the money. I think he'll definitely show it come playoff time if we make it that far. But here we go. He's going to get Carlos Gonzalez to pop out to the third baseman, Xander Bogaerts, here to start out or to end the top of the first inning. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning to start things out. Here we go. Here is the Marlins lineup. Same as usual. You see Casilla getting his first start as a Miami Marlin right in there. Rob Brantly has excelled out of the 3-hole so far this year, so that's hopefully going to sustain. I think that's going to be sustainable. Brantly's been absolutely phenomenal. Here's Bogaerts, though, kind of blooping that one into right field. It gets past Julian Yan, the right fielder, who dove for it. Bogaerts is on his horse and getting to third base, standing up easily, and it's going to be a 1-out triple for the third baseman. Here's Rob Brantly up. And what Brantly does so well is he gets guys in when they're on third base with less than 2 outs. Pops that one up to deep center field. Fowler going back. He will make the catch on the track, but that is plenty deep enough to score Xander Bogaerts. As Bogaerts actually had to go back at first because I messed up a little bit with the base running, but he gets in there nonetheless, and we're going to take an early 1-0 lead. Here's Giancarlo Stanton up, the next batter, the next pitch from Carlos Martinez, and Stanton's going to drive this one out into deep right field. Giannis going back, and that is gone! A line drive shot from Giancarlo Stanton. Didn't think it would get out at first, but that one just carried over the fence and off of the scoreboard out there, bouncing into the bullpen. That's a solo shot for Giancarlo Stanton. He has had an incredible season so far, hitting over 300. He's a Triple Crown candidate. His average was a lot higher towards the beginning of the year. It was around 330. It's back down to about 310 right now, but I think he's leading the NL in home runs, and it's up there in RBI. He's had a phenomenal year so far, been worth every penny of that contract we gave him in the offseason, so very glad to see that he is producing, and he extends our lead as 2-0. Now a 2-2 count to Willen Rosario from Matt Moore. That's going to be strike 3 looking on the circle change. Just a little bit low. Rosario thought it was a little bit lower than the zone. Looks like it caught the knees. That's going to be strike 3 for a pitcher like Matt Moore. Here's Eric Kratz up now, the 1-2 count. Kratz is going to go down looking on that slider. That was too deadly. Kratz knew it right when he saw the pitch cross the plate, started walking back to the dugout. And now here we go later in the inning, 2-2 count to the pitcher, Carlos Martinez, and Martinez goes down on the gas, 97 miles an hour by way of the K, and that is going to be the third strikeout of the ball game for Matt Moore. Now here is Matt Moore up the 3-0 count to him, and Matt Moore works a 4-pitch walk out of the starting pitcher. Very impressive at bat from him, although it probably wasn't as impressive as poor of a pitching as it was by Carlos Martinez. I don't know if that made sense, but either way, he's going to walk Jose Iglesias, so 2 straight walks to start out this inning. We got runners on first and second. The pitching coach is going to come out and have a word now with 1 out of the inning. Rob Brantly is up, and Brantly's going to line this one into right field. That is going to 2-hop up against the wall. Moore is on his horse. He's going to come around and score. Iglesias coming around and scoring all the way from first. Brantly decides to test it out and go to third. He will be thrown out. That's a 2 RBI double, and it's 4-0 now. So here come the Rockies. That is going to be a base hit into left field. That will get things started. That's the first base hit for the Rockies all day today, as Moore was dominant through the first 3 innings. Here we go now. Carlos Gonzalez is going to be up 1 out in the inning. 0-1 count. Gonzalez hits this one into left field for a base hit. Yelich plays it poorly as it gets by him. He'll have to go back to field it, fire it into the cutoff man. The runner is rounding third, heading for home, and he will score on the offline throw from Jose Iglesias. So it's going to be a 4-1 ball game now. As here's Willen Rosario, 1-0 count. Rosario pops this one up to the second baseman. Solano is under it, and Solano is going to make the catch, and that will be the third and final out of the innings. The Rockies do get a run back, and it's 4-1 now. Here we go, bottom four. Donovan Solano up 3-2 count. Solano goes down on a beautiful running fastball from Carlos Martinez. Perfect location, and Martinez begins to settle in here. So we get to the top of the fifth inning. Here is Julian Yan, the 0-2 count, and Yan is going to hit that one. It's going to go off the glove of Lyle Casilla, who gets kind of caught in an animation, could not pick it up quick enough, and that will be that would be ruled an error. So here we go now, runner on first, Chris Nelson up, and that's going to be a base hit into right field. Stanton fields it, he will fire it into the second baseman, and they got runners on first and second now with no outs in the inning. Eric Kratz is up, and Eric Kratz is going to go and hit that one into right field, a little blooper. That will fall, Stanton over to field, he's going to chuck it home. The throw to the plate is in time. Giancarlo Stanton with an impressive throw gets Julian Yan at home. Now runners on first and third with one out in the inning. The pitch to Carlos Martinez. He goes down on the little off-speed breaking ball right there. That's going to be 2 away in the inning. Next batter, Dexter Fowler, 0-1 count. And Fowler's going to hit this one into right field. That will get down. That's going to be a base hit. And the run will come around and score. That is going to make it, I believe, now a 4-2 ball game, as the Rockies have cut the lead in half now. 2-2 count to the next batter, and that's going to be hit to the first baseman, fielded by Casilla. He'll step on first for the out, and that will retire the side. But the Rockies get another run, and it's going to be a 4-2 ball game here as we head towards the bottom of the fifth. Jose Iglesias up 2-2 count. Martinez is going to kick and deal out of the windup. He's going to get Iglesias going. A beautiful location right there. Could have been called a ball. It's kind of on the edge of the zone, but they call it strike 3, and it's a beautiful pitch from Martinez. Gets the strikeout. So here comes Rex Brothers to pitch. We're going to skip ahead here to the bottom of the sixth inning, I believe. Here's Giancarlo Stanton up the first pitch of the AB. He's going to take that one into the second baseman. It was bobbled by DJ LeMahieu, and LeMahieu is going to end up not firing to first. Stanton reaches on the error. Now the next batter is going to be Vinny Machado, the 1-1 count to the second-year man. He's going to get hit on the elbow right there. So a hit by pitch, a hit batsman from Rex Brothers. That's going to give us 2 runners. Now the next batter would be Christian Yelich. We're going to bring in Avisail Garcia. We want that righty versus lefty matchup. So here we go. Garcia is up 2-1 count to him. And Garcia is going to hit this one to the second baseman. Flip to second for 1. On to first in time. And the pinch hit move does not work. 4-6-3 double play. Now we got a runner on second with 2 outs. We're going to pinch hit Steven Proccia for Lyle Casilla. Once again, we want to get our right-handed bats in there against the lefties in the bullpen. So we bring in Proccia. He would end up reaching first base on a walk. So here's Donovan Solano. Solano's going to hit that one to the second baseman. Fire to second in time. And Rex Brothers gets out of the jam. That will keep the score at 4-2. And we're going to take a look at the 6th inning recap right here. You can see Gonzalez and Stanton stats up on the board. Big day from Stanton so far. And Moore was pretty good through 6 innings at least so far. We'll see if he can continue his performance. Jose Iglesias up to start at the bottom of the 7th. He's going to line that one into the right center field gap. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Iglesias rounding second. He's going to try and head for third right here. The throw to the cutoff man now into third base is not in time. And Iglesias gets things going right here with a leadoff triple. So now later in the inning, Xander Bogaerts is going to be up. I guess that was a 1-out triple. And Bogaerts is going to pop this one up into right field. Julian Yan is over. He's going to make the catch, but here comes Iglesias tagging up the throw. Will be not in time, not even really close, and Iglesias comes home and scores. When we extend our lead, it is going to be a 5-2 ball game. Rob Brantly up now, the 1-2 count to Rob Brantly, and Brantly's going to hit this one into deep right field. That one is going to go out of this ballpark. Rob Brantly with a solo shot off of the reliever, and that is going to make it a 6-2 ball game. Brantly getting things down to that 3-hole. Like I said, he's really excelled. I kind of modeled my lineup off the Boston Red Sox. Hitting a guy like Rob Brantly, number 3, has really worked out for them, as they use Dustin Pedroia in the 3-hole most of the time. It's working out really well so far for the Marlins. So bottom 8, here's Adam Ottavino in the game. Vinny Machado is going to go down looking, as that would be a called strike 3 up and in, but it does catch the zone. That'll be strike 3. Now later in the inning, 1 out. Avisail Garcia would be up. Doesn't get a lot of at bats for his righties, but he takes advantage of one right here. Lines that one to right field past the glove of Julian Yan. And this one could roll a while. Center fielder Fowler over to field, but Garcia is on his horse, rounding second, heading for third. He is safe, as the throw was a very good one, but Chris Nelson's tag would not be in time. And we get a runner on third here, less than 2 outs. Steven Procia, another guy who doesn't get a lot of at-bats versus righties. He takes the first pitch of the AB, pops it up into right field. Jan will field this one cleanly, but that is plenty deep enough as Garcia's going to come home and score, and we extend our lead. It will be a 7-2 ball game. So we're going to bring in Jordan Swaggerty to pitch at the top of the ninth inning. He's struggled this year so far after a couple really good years in his first couple years as a Marlin. Struggling a bit this year, really doesn't get a lot of close game opportunities here. It's a 5-run game. 1-2 count to Eric Kratz. Kratz goes down for the second time today on the running fastball, 1 away in the inning. Now your next batter is going to be pinch hitter Brad Miller. Miller's going to ground this one to the short. It's to second for 1. On to first. A 6-4-3 double play wraps up this ball game, and the Miami Marlins win this one 7-2. Their 15th win in 18 games as their hot streak continues. And that is going to be another W for Matt Moore. Big game out of Rob Brantly. He would be your player of the game, I do believe. That's going to wrap this video for me, so I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. This was Matt. Peace.